Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to do something a little different. I get the question, how do I make my budget planner? So I'm going to go ahead and show you the steps that I use so you can go ahead and make yourself a budget planner, or maybe even make a budget planner to sell. It's enough money to go around. If you're interested, stay tuned. So my first step in creating a budget planner is the creation process. This is actually one of my longest steps. So I use the website canva.com. I also use the pro format of canva.com. It does have free resources that you can use. Like again, they are for free. However, you can also use the pro, and if you have a student email account or know someone who has a student email account and you go on GitHub, you can get that for free. Anyways, so here are some of my designs. I have a lot of them, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and click one of the designs that I have for budget planners. And like I said, this is the longest process for me, just to make sure everything is nice and fine and looks great. This is the meat and potatoes in between the papers, or on the papers. So as you can see here, first of all, the page is loading up, so give it some time. Yeah, so as you can see here, my first page is a calendar, because this is my process, right? This is what I think that I need. This is what I think that I would want in a budget planner, is a calendar to document the time of the month. Then I go on and I have to-do lists and goals, because that's something that I need. And for you, or for whoever is creating something else, you can easily do some research. That is what I did my research and saw what other people were doing, as well as did research with myself. I'm like, okay, do I like this? Do I want a monthly planner with only my monthly bills on there? Or do I also want a monthly planner and paycheck to paycheck? And as you can see here, I have my paycheck to paycheck. Another thing I did research on was the incomes. I saw that a lot of people have more than one income, so I put 3 income fields on there for people to use. I also researched the color scheme. A lot of women love the color pink, so that was something I also added in there. And lastly, for my budget planners, I also put in a debt sheet, because most Americans, unfortunately, have debt, so it's a necessity. Now leading into step 2, right now I'm just showing you all a clip of my workspace. It's small, it's quaint, but I am a small business owner and it does get the job done. So with step 2, it's actually about paper. Paper is very important. If you're just doing it and creating a budget planner for yourself, maybe you want to use plain paper. But for me, I like to use cardstock. It's thick, it's durable. It can withstand different types of handwriting, as well as withstand shipping, because guys, shipping can be brutal. So step 3 is all about printing. I know we all know how to print. However, printing can be very important and can waste you a lot of paper and time. So first things first, I definitely print in color. Even if it's black and white, I still do color. Another thing is I like the quality to be 1200 DPI. I have no idea what that means, but I know that it's a better quality. I also like to print on both sides, so when you flip your page on the long edge, you can open it like a book. Another thing is scaling the paper. Okay, so this has cost me a lot of money. So if your design is close to the edges, it's very possible that the printer will cut off some of your page, so go ahead and press fit to printable area. Another thing is the system dialog. I like to be very specific, so I get my color to be vivid and the best print quality, and 2-sided printing. So step 4 is all about printing. Obviously, once you have your design and you have your paper, now it's time to print it out. In the video, I have an HP OfficeJet Pro 8000 series, and it is pretty expensive. However, if you're working on a tighter budget, and I understand, before I had this, I had an HP DeskJet 2000 series, and that is under $100. The good thing about the OfficeJet Pro 8000 series is that it has dual printing and you don't have to manually do it. Okay, so before we get to step 5, your girl has to scrub a dub these hands. We are dealing with white cardstock paper, and when I say everything gets on it, I mean everything gets on it. Now sometimes I do wear gloves, however, I noticed that a lot of things sticks to gloves and then it'll transfer from my glove to the paper. So, you know, we just gonna wash these hands. Wash these hands. So now we are at step 5, and in this step I'm creating my cover sheet and my end sheet. I have my cover sheet printed off, and I'm going to go ahead and laminate that sheet so it can be nice and glossy. I also try to make sure I wipe down the lamination, just because I know that everything likes to stick on laminate, and when you put it in that machine, you guys, it sticks for good. Again, cost me a lot of money and a lot of sheets of paper just to throw these away because they would have dirt on them, and I'm not selling anything with dirt to anyone. I'm not even giving you a giveaway with dirt on it. So that's the other thing is, so I usually print or include 2 pieces of paper with laminating the front and back sheet, just because I want it to be a little thicker, a little heavier, because I know I don't have that cardboard professional feel as if I was outsourcing it. So the last thing I do with my front and back page is I cut off the edges. It's laminated, so it's over the 8.5 by 11, which is the size of a normal piece of paper. So I go ahead and cut them off, and I'm very particular because I want to make sure my lines are nice and fine, because people are spending their hard-earned money on this. Now in this clip, what you can see is me simply getting my papers organized, my budget planner organized, so I can go ahead and take them to go get binded. I do not bind in the house, and you will see that in the next step. So step 6 is me dropping off my budget planners at Staples to get binded. I do not bind my budget planners in-house. It's just too labor intensive for me. So this works well for me. I go ahead and do it. It costs about $4 per planner, and as well as, get a little coupons.
6.5 hours later.
So later that day, I go back and I go get my budget planners. They open it for me. They allow me to take my time, review it, and I thoroughly review, make sure the quality is good and they do not mess up my paper, because I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my sugar honey iced tea. And yeah, I go ahead and do that. And the next thing you know, I package my orders and I send them out to you guys. So that's all that I have for you guys on this video. I appreciate the love and support so much. If you want more, tell me in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys on another video.